Bienvenidos. We are LILI Talks, where Latino industry leaders and innovators share their stories, the struggles, and the successes that shape nuestra comunidad. Hosted by Darvin, Gómez, and André, Ureña. We're mixing cultura, business, and a little bit of that Latino spice. Let's talk LILI style.
I think we should talk a little bit of why we're doing this. So most of the content on Latino out there is, I believe, motivated by the wrong things. So for me, it's a pleasure when you said like, hey man, let's do this and let's really have people of consequence be in the show. And you and I know each other so well, and we've been sort of in parallel industries at times. Then both have veered off to other things. And throughout it, we remain friends. And I think that the secret for Latinos is you remain friends. And to remain friends, you have to not only be loyal and all the normal things, but also you don't have to like try to like eat each other's ideas.
Right. And just trustworthiness, right? Just
Yeah.
the fact that we can just talk to each other and just understand where we're coming from and where we've been and what we're doing. And really, that's what this is about, is bringing other guests to come on and talk about their journeys and how they got there. I have my journeys.
Right.
I know you have your journeys, and they're all different.
And some are fun to talk about, but some in that fun, hopefully there's some insight.
Right.
To, somebody younger might be in that position at this moment. And then like, hey, can we help you, make the right decision? And the right decision doesn't have to be, moral, no. It's about the right decision for that person. We're all different, right?
Individually,
And
yeah.
so then hopefully we can bring our stories and our journeys, but also other people's journeys, and as well as give some real technical advice on certain industries, right?
Well, I think success is different for everybody.
Right.
There's different levels of success, and, I know I haven't reached the success that I want to be yet. It's getting there. I'm getting there. I get closer to it every day, but I'm not where I want to be. But hearing the stories that we're going to hear throughout these episodes and throughout this podcast, I'm excited because I want to hear other people's stories.
And some of these stories you and I know firsthand, but we have yet to catch up with them, what they're doing now.
Right.
And what makes them still effective and successful, and hopefully they can enlighten others. Because at the end of the day, really, for me, it's all about what can you teach somebody that they wouldn't otherwise be enlightened to. And as I get older, I certainly feel that all my experiences are for a reason, and I just want to like share them. It's not about the money. It's not like, it's just, I want to share them at least so that person has a little bit of different perspective as to making the right decision. Because ultimately we should all be entrepreneurs. In the Latino space, we should all be entrepreneurs.
There's room for everybody, and everybody should have the want and the motivation to do it, but it's just hard. And especially in today's world, it's hard. It's hard as heck.
One of the things that motivated you about this, right? Let's do something in which you can show a different perspective for them.
Well, I mean, obviously age is on our side as far as experience,
I like that.
But you got all these other young people and they want to be entrepreneurs. They're just afraid. They're nervous. They're scared. The anxiety kills them, which is really weird for us.
For us.
Yeah.
But let's start there. In a little bit, people could understand if they grew up like us, right? I grew up in Costa Rica, and we both grew up in a land of love, a land of plenty, but the plenty is different than the plenty here. It's not about the, what you're wearing over there. It's like, hey, look at the trees my grandpa has in this place, right? And look at the fruit that we can eat here. And let's go over there and see my uncle because he has the best, he makes the best pig, whatever.
It's a different type of wealth, right?
Right?
Yeah.
It's a lot different. Like in your country, I love going over to eat, we call it cajeta. No, we call it cajeta. You guys call it arequipe. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
And watching that big ass pipeline and they start doing it. Oh, I love that, right? To me, it's about learning more about that and less about what I really make money with, which is, the technology nowadays. Is about connecting with things that I can identify with,
I see, today's world, right? And I talk about it with firsthand experience because of my kids, right? My kids are young adults now,
And you have a lot of them.
Yeah, I got a lot of them.
Two. You have a lot of them.
I got 5. but just looking at their struggles and their wants and their anxiety of going through what they want to do and how they want to get there and all of that is it and that's actually, you're right. That's one of the reasons why I kept thinking about doing something like this, because I think that the world should have a real easy understanding of how other people have done it, right? And then we struggle through it, right? It's normal. Business is a struggle. That's kind of the definition,
But by going to the point that you were saying about the kids, what unfortunately for them, fortunate for us, because hopefully we can help them bridge that gap. But unfortunately for them, a lot of them, when you're in high school or in middle school, they call it here in Costa Rica, they call it secundaria, and it's just one, straight up. But those kids are in the years in which you create your social skills. So you are, even if you're getting bullied, you're learning from the bullying, but you're doing it live where you have some other people that might be going with you, and then you can identify with kids with the same interests, and then you learn so much during those times. Plus, is the time in which your brain's like feed me, and so then COVID happens. Now they got to stay at home all the time, and they can only talk to the kids through screens. And I think that they had paused development on the social skills side, so we had to protect them so much, and they were in this cocoon that is very scary for them to even not wear a mask at some points in some places. I remember, and this is vivid to me. I remember I went with my daughter. She was little. Now she's 20 something, but back then she was little, and we went to Japan, and she would wear those masks. But so would people in Japan already would be wearing those masks. And this was like way before COVID. And I was like, how sad. I would think like, how sad this is, right? So when COVID came, it was sad for me to see people with that. Imagine for them in which that was like the normal, right? Like you're growing up and now you have no friends, only through the phone or through the screens. So they become conditioned to the screens on top of everything else. So emotional intelligence is gone.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, they kind of hit a wall in society where you're not social anymore. And that's unfortunate. They're dependent upon these things, as we are too, but more so them in the social aspect of it, because everything is so fresh and so new and so real and so immediate.
Yes. They have more time, at that time in your life, you have more time to concentrate on just your little world, right? And so that's when it's crazy, because that's your development space,
Yeah.
So.
No, I get it, man. It's a strange world we're living in, but we're here. We're good. We're gonna get through it. Hopefully, with some light and positiveness out there, we're gonna send it to the world and create some
of the magic that we've created for each other.
Right.
We can create for others. Right. Because like every time I see you, I remember like the time we were in Costa Rica, and I went to meet you out there with my bestie Luis. I think it was so many things, like your birthday party.
You came from Panama. Yeah, that's right.
There's so many things. I feel that I'm so fortunate, and that I am blessed that I've lived many lives, right? And that's because I forced myself to be in different latitudes all the time to get it as a point of reference.
Traveling the world has its advantages, right? And there's not only for the benefit of what you see and what you learn culturally in other areas, but it brings you back to reality here, and it shows you the differences of what it is that we have or don't have versus other countries. And just talking, we can talk simply about food. Start there, and the food is just so incredibly different throughout the world. And some can argue for the better or for the worse. I would say the food is for the worse here in the United States.
Yeah, like it's too fatty, and then let's not get even started on that side, because you've known me every size of that a man can be.
Exactly. You've gone through them all.
Then for a decade, I was this
You've gone through them all.
And now I'm like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Looks good. You're good. Don't change anymore.
Yeah, I have some common friends in insurance agency that he likes making fun of me, and he's like, "Hey man, I only do business with you when you're fat." Like, what? It's like, yeah, when you're fat, it's like you're making money. When you're skinny, I don't trust you.
When you're fat, you're good, healthy, you're
Very successful man.
Yeah.
We both know, but
Está entero.
yeah, I don't want to bring up his name until we can get him on a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on to that then.
I used to go to a very strict Catholic school in Costa Rica since pre-kindergarten, and so they were strict, but they push a lot of academia on you, right? So because I couldn't concentrate past 3 sentences while I was reading, I would think I was dumb because all the other kids would they would go through 1-2 pages. The only way that I could do that is if they got me up in the front and made me read it, right? Because then I wouldn't be like any other way. I would just see a little fly and I forgot where I was in the book. It's it was crazy. But once I knew that that's what I had,
it enlightened you.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
my whole world changed. Yeah.
Jennifer, my wife, she has ADHD also.
But they used to give me this pill called Stratera.
I don't know.
I didn't
she's got some other stuff. I don't know what she.
I didn't because there's
there's a.
And that pill used to let me concentrate and focus, but it was like como los caballos, the horses in the.
Oh, you had tunnel vision.
Man, that's all I could do. So it's like.
But see, that's the problem because some of that medications changes you, right? It changes your personality. It changes who you are.
Yes.
And that's the kind of thing that, why take that? You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to be yourself, forget.
I proudly can say that after had a daily regimen of somewhere around 20 pills a day. Now I don't take any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Just herb, me, organic, and the gods. That's it, man. And breathing work. I do a lot of Kundalini yoga. I breathe, because every breath since you were born until you die, they're all different. They're all different in length. They're all different in thickness.
Really? Is that an actual fact?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You'll never have the same breath ever.
That's interesting.
And so
I never knew that.
It's little gifts of the universe or God or whatever you believe in. And so if you take that into present, being present all the time and appreciating that breath, that's what Kundalini yoga does. It teaches you how to breathe. It gives you breathing exercises. Like, for example, when you have anxiety, you can do fire breath.
So is it like a type of meditation? Or
Yeah, it's like the oldest type of yoga. It used to be done by the people, the guys in the cave.
Oh.
So once I learned that, like all my anxiety.
Like a caveman? Like that?
From India, from there. Those guys that, some of those guys out there, they actually walk around naked and the only thing that they put in front of them is like the ones that we were talking about, the COVID masks.
Oh, yeah.
And that's so they don't kill a fly by mistake if it comes into their mouth. That's how much they are about nature. Talk about traveling. That's crazy, right?
How often does that happen where a fly comes into your mouth?
For instance,
okay, that's a bit much, right? That's stretching it for me, man. I don't know if I'm wearing a mask so I don't eat a fly.
And be naked. In public, walking around. And they're revered as the wise men.
Oh.
Check it out.
Yeah.
You'll see.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that one.
Gracias for tuning in to LILI Talks, the podcast where Latino entrepreneurs, artists, and innovators keep it real, share their wins, and drop wisdom for the next generation. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on YouTube at LILI Talks Podcast and join the familia at lilitalks.com. Until next time, keep leading, keep innovating, and keep it Latino.